In this video, I want to show you how to configure Google Ads offline conversion tracking. Google Ads offline conversion tracking is needed when you want to send any offline conversion data to Google. It can be orders through phones, orders in offline store, or like for example, data from your CRM. The process of configuring Google Ads offline conversion tracking is more complicated than the web conversion tracking or like server-side conversion tracking for Google Ads. The main reason is that to configure Google Ads offline conversion tracking, you need a developer token. For Stape users, we simplified this process, and we have like a Google authentication tool. With the help of this tool, you can use our token, and like in this case, you won't need to obtain yours token, because normally to obtain this token, it might take like 2-3 months at least. Though the configuration process is still more complicated than the web one. The main reason is that it will require you to create service account, to use Firebase, use Stape or Google Authenticator. So let's start with the configuration, and I will show how to configure like each of these steps. So we will start from scratch. Let me quickly show you how I will send offline data to Google. I will use Stape plugin that sends webhooks when the purchase occurs. So we have this type of plugins for WordPress, Shopify, Magento, and BigCommerce, and a few more is coming. So maybe when this video will be in production, we will have a few more. So quickly how this plugin works. You can install it from the WordPress plugin gallery, and then click on the webhooks tab, enable this checkbox, send webhooks to server. Then you need to add your tagging server URL. You can find it inside your Stape account. So this is the tagging server URL that I'm using, and add a path that differentiate data that is sent by webhook. So in my case, it's /webhook. Then select what type of webhooks you want to send, and then just click save. So once this is done, you can see webhooks coming to your server Google Tag Manager container. And to retrieve these webhooks, you can use Stape data client and specify here a webhook path that you configure it in the Stape app. So we have a detailed video on how to send offline data to sGTM, and I will add a link to this video in this video description. Okay, now let's proceed with configuring Google Ads offline conversion tracking. To do so, go to your GCP account, and then click select here APIs and services, and then just click credentials. And now we need to create a new credentials, and select here service account. Add service account name. So in this case, let's do Google offline video. Then we need to click create and continue, and here we need to select roles. So since we will need to use a Firebase, then select a role called a Cloud Data Store User, and then just click continue. Then just done. Now we need to find here Google Ads offline video service account that we created, open it, and then click here keys. And now we need to click create a new key, and then select here JSON and click create. So basically this JSON will be downloaded to your computer, and now we need to go to Stape, click here Power Apps, and connect the JSON that you recently downloaded from GCP to Stape Google Service Account Power Up. So enable this Power Up and select file from your computer. So the first step is done. Basically, we created service account and also connected it to Stape. The second step is to configure Firebase account. Open your Firebase, select the same project and click here Firestore database. You can either create a new database or like a new new project, or select existing one. Since I'm already have like existing project, I will use it. And here I need to create a start. I need to click Start Collection and basically write a path that will be used for Google Ads tag. So let me name it Stape, then Google Ads Offline, and click Save. We will later use this path in the Google Ads Offline conversion text settings. So just either like remember it or copy to any document. Okay. So 2 steps are done. The third step is to use Google Ads authentication. This Google Ads Authenticator is available for Stape users. So basically click here Tools and then click here Google Authentication Helper. And to add all these details, we need to go back to your GCP account. So open the GCP account we recently used and click here APIs and services, and then click credentials. And then we need to create a new credentials. Select here authentication client ID, and here we need to proceed to configuration screen. Select here web application, name just whatever you want, Google Ads Offline. Then we need to add authorized redirect URLs. So we have 2 different URLs. One is used for Stape Global, and the second one is Stape for Europe. So basically, Stape is divided into 2 streams. The first stream, Stape Global, uses GCP as a cloud server provider, and the second stream, Stape Europe, uses Scaleway as a cloud server provider. Select, depends on which stream you are using, either global or EU one. You need to pass different URLs. I'm using EU one, so I would need to add. So basically, just to find what type of Stape you are using, just check this URL. So if you see EU here, then it means you are in the EU stream, and then if there is just up.stape.io, it means that you are using global. So for EU, I will just copy the link that I need to use. I will add also these 2 type of links in the video description, and inside this authorized URLs, just pass this link and click create. Okay, now let's open this authenticator, and what we also need to do is add a user. Click here edit app, and then click save and continue. Next, we need to configure scope of the app. But before configuring it, we need to ensure that Google Ads API is enabled for this GCP account. So you just can go to either using this link console cloud Google APIs library, and search for Google Ads API. this one, select, and ensure that it's enabled. So basically for me it is enabled. Now let's go to the GCP account and configure the scope of the app that we are creating. So here inside the consent screen of the app, click edit. Then on the second step you will see scope. Here you need to click add or remove scope, and basically type here Google Ads API and click and enable it. Then just click save and continue. Here we don't need to configure anything, and again here we do not need to add anything, just click back to dashboard. So yeah, now once we configured the service account and the app and created an app inside the GCP, we need to find the client ID and the client secret. To find it, go back to credentials, and then just open your app that we recently created, and you will see here client ID and client secret. These two fields are required to obtain the refresh token inside Stape Google Authenticator. So here we need to add client ID. Click then start authorization. Select Google account that you will use for your Google Ads. So then here we need to click advanced and go to Stape, and here we need to click continue. Now again pass here client ID and go to your GCP account to find the client secret. Start authorization. So the goal here was to obtain this refresh token. So we successfully obtained it, and ensure that you passed it in the secure place, because again we will need it to configure Google Ads offline tag. That's it in terms of preparing for configuring Google Ads offline tag. And now let's go to sGTM interface and start implementing our Google Ads offline tag. This is my sGTM account, and here we need to first add the tag template from the template gallery. Type here offline and just add this Google Ads offline conversion tag to your template gallery. I already have it, so I will just keep adding the tag again. Then go to tags, new, Google Ads offline. Okay, now we need to configure the tag. The first thing that we need to add is conversion ID. Conversion ID, basically to send offline conversions, you need to create a new conversion type, or basically a new conversion with a conversion type offline inside your Google Ads interface. I already have it. So basically to create a offline conversion, go to tools and settings, then select conversion and just basically create a new conversion. This is my basically conversion that I've created. It's purchase offline and it's import from clicks. And the tricky part here is that for offline conversion, Google does not show conversion ID, but it is available inside the conversion URL parameter. So after you created the offline conversion inside the Google Ads, open it and search for CT ID, and it will stand for conversion ID. So in my case, it's this one you see here. So copy this ID and paste to conversion ID section inside the Google tag. Then we need to add authentication credentials. Again, this is what we obtain through GCP and Stape. First, let me pass the API refresh token, and then we will need to again copy client ID and client secret. The next step would be to add customer ID. Customer ID is basically the ID of your Google Ads account. So in my case, it will be this one, 988. Let me copy it. These fields are not necessary, and the last thing that is necessary to add to authentication credentials is your Stape container API key. To find it, go to your Stape containers and copy this. Then just you can specify any conversion information. So the conversion information for offline tag is a little bit different than for the web tag, but we have like all the descriptions here. So just select what parameter you need to add and just add it. So basically custom variables, user data, product data, etc. So I won't focus on it in this video. Just want to show you like the basic information that you need to configure for firing Google Ads offline. Next, here we need to add our path that we created inside the Firebase for the refresh token. In my case, like this value is added by default, but I have a little bit different path, so it's a Stape or Google Ads offline. Let me fix it. And the last thing is to add a trigger. Since we will use offline conversions and we will use the data client to retrieve data from the requests that offline conversion send or like your webhook sends, then I will use data client and the trigger will be like this. So in my case, like it's client name equals data client and event name is Stape purchase. Yeah, so I'll just click save and it's time to test the setup, and I hope that it will work correctly. Let me launch preview of web and server GTM. Okay, I will need to log out from my WordPress admin. And yeah, I will just clean the preview modes to keep it more accurate. So this is web, this is server, and this is my store. So I will just basically make a purchase. Okay, so order received. Let's go to web container and see if purchase event triggered. Yeah, so you can see that the purchase event triggered. And now let's go to the server GTM and check what we have. So this is the data client request. Basically the request that was claimed by data client. And you can see that like our Google Ads offline conversion tag fired successfully, which is great. So yeah, just ensure that all the requests that were sent have 200 status. It means that the tag fired correctly. You can also use like this sGTM debugger to understand like what information was sent to Google Ads offline. So that's it for configuring Google Ads offline conversion tracking. The process is a little bit complicated, but I hope that this video will help you to set it up correctly. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.